Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a club basketball matchup between your NC State Wolfpack and NC Central Eagles. Brett Galt alongside Andrew Schnicker. And Andrew, what are you looking forward to for this matchup?
Well, Brett, this is the first game of the season for both teams, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see what the coaches are looking to establish here tonight. So this is the first look we'll get at either team, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of game plan they have in mind.
Your Wolfpack are in the black and NC Central in the white, and we're about to begin tip-off here any second now. Number 4, Michael McNamara will start the tip for NC State. And NC Central controls the ball at the beginning. Almost a steal there by Matt Stanaland. NC Central controls the possession. Stolen there by Chase Cannon. He drives to the basket, and he's stripped. It'll be NC State's ball under the basket. NC State gains possession with a drive to the hoop, and it's a foul. Number 8, Max Myers, draws the foul. And he'll be shooting. We've already seen a couple sloppy plays here from NC Central.
Yeah, I agree. Not very good ball security on that opening possession there for them. Turn it over once, but they're able to get it back on a steal, turn it over again, and it leads to the scoring opportunity for the Wolfpack.
Myers makes the first free throw, and the second is also good. 2-0 NC State. NC State playing zone right now. 2-3 zone. NC Central trying to move the ball around. NC State doing a great job of defending. Trying to go down low. For 3. It's a miss. NC Central gains the rebound. It's stolen once again by Stanaland. Stanaland behind the back. Connor back out to Stanaland. Stanaland pump fakes. Drives to the hoop. And he scores. 4-0 NC State. Looks like there might have been a foul right there, but no call.
Yeah, NC Central may have gotten away with one, but regardless, a nice look by this NC State offense early, being able to get up and down the court easily with their transition game and show off their skill.
A 3 there makes it 4-3. NC Central's Nick Moore for the 3. Connor tries to answer back, but instead hits the front of the rim and goes out. NC Central will gain possession again. Nick Moore bringing the ball up, passes up to the front. Back to Moore. Pump fakes, drives to the hoop. He's rejected. McNamara back up, back to Stanaland. Stanaland misses. Rebound NC Central. NC Central going forward. Drives it off. Basket, NC Central by number 10, Joba. NC Central with the steal. Joba with the ball once again. Goes back out to Nick Moore. Nick Moore for 3. Off the rim. Good job by NC State to gain the rebound right there. Stanaland back up the court. Up to Simons. Simon for 2. Simmons. NC Central once again bringing up the ball. Back to the top of the key. Looking to drive to the hoop. Good crossover. Nice step back. It's an air ball though. Back to Nick Moore. Nick Moore with the easy 2 right there. Good hustle there by NC Central.
Yeah, definitely. But looks like for both teams, NC State as well, turnovers are going to be an issue here.
Certainly has been a lot of turnovers so far. NC State drives, stripped by NC Central. We're going to have out of bounds under the basket. Looks like Chase Cannon is going to inbounds the ball. Goes to McNamara, back to Staniland, back to Simmons. Simmons for three, off the front rim. NC Central looking to push forward. It's like Nick Moore fouled. Once again, it's going to be 2-shot foul, so it'll go to the charity strike. NC Central looks to be driving the ball, trying to get under the hoop, but instead of going for the jump shot, do you think that's what they'll continue to do the rest of the game?
Well, right now, it's honestly, they've been able to get a little bit going, but it's not working great for them. This NC State defense doing a pretty good job to prevent those opportunities. So it will be interesting to see if they're able to eventually get that going, get it working for them, or if they do have to switch up their game plan a little bit.
Also think with it being both teams' first games, that sloppiness is going to come into play, and hopefully they'll get into the game as the time goes on. Stanland back to Cannon. Good alley-oop pass to McNamara for two. Nick Moore bringing up the ball once again for NC Central. Passes to Brick. Stanland with the ball. Looking for Simmons. To Myers. Myers loses it. Back to Stanland for three. It's good. NC State 11-8. NC Central with the ball once again. It's stolen by Simmons. Simmons got room. Back to Myers. Myers slows it up. Back to Simmons. Simmons misses. Good rebound there by Simmons. And it's 13-8 NC State. NC State with a little run right here of their own. Nick Moore brings the ball up once again. Passes up to the wing. Back to the top of the key, back to Nick Moore. Nick Moore looking to take control in his own hands. Passes back out to the side. Cross court. One more. NC Central. And we have a volleyball intrusion. Looks like Brandon is going to take it from under the basket. Looking for Nick Moore. Nick Moore's guarded to the side of the key. Number 33G drives and he's fouled. It looks like NC Central is trying to spread the court a little bit, trying to tire down NC State.
Yeah, definitely look like they're looking to use their superior size here to get some opportunities down low, work the ball around, get NC State a little bit worn out. First shot missed there. This will be an important possession for NC State after this foul shot to see if they can continue their run.
We have our first substitution as the game as TJ Minatola comes in, as well as number 13, as well as number 45, Marshall Macklett. Staniland stays in the game. Miss on the free throw. It's going to be NC State's ball. Minatola going to inball the ball here. Go to Staniland. Back to Minatola. Good ball movement here by NC State. Out to Cannon. Cannon for three. It's good. Great ball movement there by NC State.
Yeah, definitely. And NC State was, hadn't shot a three its first few possessions, but now they've gotten two recently. If they can start to get the three ball established as well as their impressive work down low, it could be a good night for this NC State offense.
Stanland with the pump fake for three. Oh, it's another one. NC State just raining the threes right now. Timeout NC Central with a nice run by NC State. If NC State keeps on making these threes, then it's going to be hard for NC Central to get back into this game.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I said, we've seen some nice finish from NC State down low underneath the basket, being able to spread the ball out and make those passes to the inside. Yeah, they can get their outside game going as well and shoot the three. If you're NC Central, what do you do? What do you defend if both things are working? So definitely could be a productive night here for the Wolfpack.
NC Central looks like they're more accustomed to driving so far in this game. Haven't really taken the three themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. If they cannot guard NC State on the three line, then things could get out of hand real quick. There's 11-13 still left in the game, in the first half here. NC Central just used one of their timeouts, and we're about to begin play here. Inbounds to Nick Moore. Nick Moore taking his time to dribble up the court here. Surveys the court, goes to the wing, back to Nick Moore. Back to the top of Nick Moore. Nick Moore with a nice crossover to number 12, Niles Moore, his brother. Miles with a nice shot there, and that's exactly what NC Central needed after the NC State run. To Minatola. Minatola, ball stolen by NC Central, trying to push forward. Another three, just off the rim. Rebound by number 11, Theo Mack. NC Central trying to push again. Nick Moore for three. Just misses. Rebound, Minatola. Mack goes to number 10, Graham Reynolds, who is just into the game. Macklet over there. Reynolds called for a foul right there, and I don't know about that one right there.
Definitely an interesting call for me, and NC State needs to slow this game down. They've had a couple turnovers off a missed three, a couple errant passes, and you've got a lead like this. You really want to protect that ball and take care of that ball, because the quickest thing that's going to let NC Central cut into this lead and get back into this game is turnovers.
The 2-3 zone seems to be working for NC State so far, but they've just kind of let out a little bit. Good, strong drive by NC Central. He misses. Back to Mack. Mack Jr. at the top of the key right here, trying to shake the defender. Back at a Macklet at the top of the key. McNamara with the ball right now. Back to Reynolds. Reynolds drives. Good drive by Reynolds. Rebound. Mack can't quite get it off the back of the rim, though. It's going to be NC Central's ball once again. Number 23, Smith, will dribble up. Nick Moore with his first rest of the game. Good drive right there. Blocked by Macklet. Macklet tries to save, but instead it's going to be out of bounds. Well, instead it's NC State's ball, and Mack goes to the drives behind the back. It's rejected. NC Central trying to push forward. Kicks it out. A three by NC Central, and now it's 19-14. I think that was Smith once again. Mackler with the ball in the middle of the court. Goes to McNamara. Actually, McNamara for three. Off the front of the rim. NC Central trying to drive. Back to Smith. Smith for three once again. It's 19-17 all of a sudden. He missed the play. A couple threes by Smith has brought them right back into this game. Mackler to Reynolds. Reynolds alley-oop to McNamara. Back to Mack. Mack drives. Good job by Mack right there to gain control of that one.
Yeah, it's a big score for NC State there. NC Central on a little run of their own now. If I'm NC State, I really want to start to slow this game down, settle it down, reestablish that ball control that was so successful earlier.
Heat check there for Smith as he misses off on his first three of the game. NC Central doing a better job of the ball movement here right now. No more sloppy turnovers like there was in the first couple of minutes. NC Central for three. Oh, it's another swish. NC Central all of a sudden Offense going. Huge running by. Staying in lane. Jackson is going to inbound the. Staying in lane. Eagles have certainly. Simmons with land. And in. Sloppy pay here by NC Central. Back to Niles Moore for three. And he gets it again. NC Central on a crazy run right now. This is not looking good for NC State if they continue to do this.
Yeah, NC State really needs to slow this game down, get better control of the ball, establish some long possessions for themselves just to keep it out of the hands of this NC Central offense. And we appear to have some sort of a clock malfunction here as it has not moved in a couple minutes now.
I don't know if the referees have noticed that or they're just doing it from the stopwatch. But I think you're right. But the sloppy play that was in the beginning for NC State has now begun again, and there goes the clock with 6:55 to play. Staying in lane to inbound. Top of the key to Jackson. Jackson drives. He's got space. Out to Simmons. Simmons for three. Rebound NC State. Actually, NC Central. And NC Central loses the ball out of bounds. NC State desperately needs a basket right now as NC Central has gone on a big run of their own. So far, it's been a game of runs. Cannon for three, miss. Rebound Simmons. Simmons for two. And they desperately needed that one, Andrew.
Yeah, with NC Central on such a big run here, any points you can get to stop the bleeding is beneficial if you're NC State.
Rebound Jackson off the NC Central miss. He drives, and 28-27 now, NC Central. Back-to-back baskets for NC State has got them cutting the lead to one now. NC Central looking to slow it down a little bit. Goes cross court to Niles Moore once again, and he's feeling it right now. NC State with the ball. Simmons steps back, misses. Rebound Cannon. Stolen by NC Central. Through the legs. Niles Moore out wide. Air ball. Staying in lane now, controls the ball as he tries to slow it down a little bit. Staying in lane looking to drive. Spin move, miss. Staying in lane rebound for two. 31-29 NC Central. Number one Flowers with the ball right now for the Eagles. Looking for somebody to pass to. Drives, kicks out. NC Central for three once again. Off the rim. Rebound Simmons. Up to Jackson. Jackson looking to drive. Kicks out to Cannon. Cannon for three. Other side of the rim, rebound Niles Moore. Niles Moore looking to push. Back out to Flowers. Flowers for three. Off the rim. Rebound Myers. Simmons. Stanley trying to go behind the back, and another careless error there for NC State. NC Central substitutions bringing a whole new 5 out there. Trying to bring some fresh bodies. Nick Moore checking back into the game. His passes it off. Back to Nick Moore once again. Good pass underneath. 33-29 NC Central. Jackson gets fouled. We're kind of having a back and forth game now. Both teams have been going back and forth.
Yeah, it's been entertaining here. As it really hasn't been much of a flow or rhythm to this game. It's just been the NC State and NC Central switching back and forth, going on long runs here.
Both teams have a ton of turnovers right now as NC State just turns it over once again. Foul by Myers on number 10, Joba. Joba's going to shoot. Shooting 2. First one's up, and it's off the front of the rim. Still has one more. His second one is up, and rims out. So NC State gets lucky right there. Jackson brings up the ball once again, drives. Stolen by Joba once again. Joba going forward. Great kick forward to number 3. Brandon Stanley back to Cannon. Looks like NC Central playing 1-3-1 right now. Out to Myers for 3. Too strong. Rebound NC Central. Drives. Foul on Myers once again. G will go to the charity strike now. A lot of careless errors here for NC State. They can't keep this up and expect to be in this game.
Yeah, definitely. With NC State having had a large lead earlier, they've, led that away. NC Central with the lead now. NC State trying to get some points, get back into this before half. Turnovers is something that they absolutely cannot afford here.
G's first free throw is too strong. NC Central so far really losing points here at the free throw line. Some conversation going on between the referee and Simmons. I can't quite tell what they were talking about there.
I believe they were speaking about the clock, whether or not it was going to be a stopping it in the last 2 minutes, and both halves are just in the second. I believe they decided on just the second.
We continue to play after another miss. NC Central gains control though. Nick Moore out wide. Drive by NC Central and somehow it goes in. Number 10, Joba once again. Jackson now brings up the ball. Looks for Cannon. Cannon drives. Good defense by NC Central. Staying in land now. Rebounds his own. Still misses. Rebound NC Central. They're looking to push. Can't quite get it in. Simmons with the rebound. Up to Jackson. Bounce past this. Cannon looking to drive. Behind the back. Spin move rejected. Cannon regains possession. Off his leg as it's going to be NC Central's ball. NC Central taking a look at the clock right there as we only have 31 seconds left in the first period. Looking to just slow it down. Of course, there's no shot clock here. Nick Moore at the top of the key right now. Good defense by Jackson. Nick Moore gets past, slides through. No call there. Staying in lane with the rebound. He's got Jackson to the right. He passes to him underneath. Stanley Lane better get it off, and he does, but it's short. At the end of the first period, NC Central 37, NC State 29. And Andrew, we saw a lot of back and forth action, a lot of threes, but careless errors by NC State kind of got them with the 8-point deficit right now.
Yeah, NC State started off this game very strong, then started to turn the ball over, allow NC Central to really climb back in. And then once NC Central started to have success on that three ball is really where this game started to turn in the wrong direction for NC State. So it's going to be interesting to see what they try to do in this second half to get back into it.
We will be back in the second half when play resumes. Here we're back for the second half between your NC State Wolfpack and NC Central Eagles. And Andrew, after a fast start for NC State with a couple of threes, they got a really nice lead, but then a couple of turnovers and a bunch of threes from NC Central. And NC Central now has a lead with 8 going into the second half.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, if NC State wants to get back to where they were at earlier in the game, with them turning it over and NC Central making threes, they got to take care of the ball better and really play better perimeter defense to try to block some of those threes. I think that's going to be the key to NC State potentially coming back here.
Exchanging baskets right here in the second half so far as NC State gains the first basket of the second half, but NC Central answers quickly. Jump shot by number 11, Theo Mack. 39-33 NC Central. Number 1 Flowers with the ball right now. Off to number 2, Austin Collins. Collins to the top of the key. Flowers with the ball once again. Hands it off to number 12, Nick Nilesmore. Flowers with the jump shot. It's good. 41-33 NC Central. Minatola bringing it up the court for NC State. Passes off to Reynolds. Reynolds guarded. Back to Mack. Minatola with the ball. Hook shot and a good one by Macklin. 41-35 NC Central. Crossover by Smith, down to Flowers. Stolen by Minatola. Minatola has Mack. Rejected by NC Central. Good job by NC Central. Right there is number 35, Demarius with the basket. Reynolds with the ball. Passes to Minatola. Minatola jump shot. It's good. 43-37. NC Central as we're exchanging baskets here in the second half. And if they keep on doing this, then it's going to be hard for NC State to get back into this game.
Yeah, it looks like NC State really has yet to make any of those adjustments that they needed to make coming into this second half. And if they don't do it quick, they could find themselves too far behind the 8 ball to realistically come back and win this game.
Demarius with the basket, and it's good. 45-37 NC Central. Minatola off to Mack. NC Central bringing pressure in the front court. Macklet to Minatola, back out to Reynolds. Reynolds guarded, back to Macklet. To Mack. Mack jump shot, short, but it goes in anyway. Got a nice little roll right there, the shooter's touch. Nilesmore brings up the ball for the Eagles. Has Flowers to the wing, but decides to keep it. More looking for Demarius, trying to post up. Demarius does post up, and it's an air ball, rebounded by Minatola. Mack out wide to Reynolds. Reynolds looking down at Macklet. Macklet jump shot, no good. Fight for the rebound in the NC Central. Back out of Macklet. Air ball there by Michael McNamara. And Smith regains possession for NC Central. Crosses over, jump shot, good. Reynolds now with the ball for NC State. McNamara back to Mac. Mac's jump shot, short. Good job by McNamara rebounding and gets the 2. 47-41 NC Central, and we're just exchanging baskets here in Carmichael. Number 2, Austin Collins slowing it up here for NC Central. Passes off to Moore. Moore for 3. No good. Collins for 2. Nobody boxed out there for NC State, and you just cannot have that when you're down.
Yeah, definitely. NC State wants to come back into this game. They've got to play better defense. Another thing is the shot selection. I know there might be a temptation to take any shot you can get to try to get closer, but definitely does not do you any good to take a poor shot, have it miss, and have an opportunity for NC Central go the other way.
Foul on Demarius as he blocked McNamara. McNamara will shoot free throws here. 49-41. 14:40 left in the ball game in the second period. McNamara's first one is up, and it's good. One more to go here for McNamara. Substitutions coming in for NC Central as number 15 Jamal checks into the game, as well as Nick Moore returning. McNamara's second one. Too strong. Rebound by the Eagles. Collins bringing it up. Guarded by McNamara. Tries to go over. Scrum for the ball, and it's off NC State. It looked like that it should have been off the Eagles right there, but instead it goes to NC Central. Top of the key to Smith. Smith guarded by Minatola. Screen set. Smith hands out to Moore once again. Back to Flowers. Flowers taking on Reynolds. Good D by Reynolds. Steal by Mac. Mac trying to go by himself. Jump shot, Mac. Couldn't get the roll. Rebound, Macklett off the front. Up to Flowers. Flowers with the Euro step, and it's good. Mac got it done to McNamara. Spin move by Macklett. Stole by the Eagles. Flowers once again with another basket here. 53-42 NC Central, and NC State has no answer right now for the tenacity, for tenaciousness here for the Eagles. And Andrew, what does NC State need to do to get back in this game and cut the lead?
They really just, I think, need to play better, just a more aggressive defense. Try to keep NC Central from driving into these wide open looks. Step up, get in their face, block some shots. Really just need to tighten things up defensively. You know, and again, take better care of the ball when they are on offense, finish their opportunities, and try to keep the ball, not turn it over, keep the ball out of the hands of NC Central here.
Turnovers has certainly been the fault for NC State here in the first game. NC Central had some of their own in the first half, but have definitely cut the turnovers down here in the second half, and that's why they have the 11-point lead with 12:51 left here in the second period. Stanley back in the game, as well as Cannon. Jackson also returning. Jackson with the ball right now. Back to Cannon. Cannon for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Stanley. Stanley drives. Stolen by NC Central once again. Gives it back. Jackson. Stanley for 2, and it's 53-44 NC Central. Collins with the ball for NC Central. Passes off to Smith. Smith to the top of the key for Moore. More to Niles, more. Can't quite get it in. Rebound by Jamal, and he puts it in for 2. Back and forth we go here in Carmichael Gymnasium. Jackson. Rebound Simmons. Simmons puts it back up. He's fouled. Simmons trying to convert the three-point play here and trying to get his team back into the game. NC Central trying to get their own timeout going. Simmons trying to complete the three-point play here. Too short. Rebound put back up somehow, and all of a sudden it's 55-48 NC Central. NC State definitely needs to stop here on defense. Moore. Back to Collins. Stole by NC State. To Cannon. To Jackson. Jackson down to Cannon. Blocked by Jamal. Collins with the ball once again. Can't quite get it in. Stay in lane with the ball. Pushing for NC State. Euro step in now. It's 55-50 NC State, and that's exactly what we were talking about, Andrew.
Yeah, NC State's been able to slow this game down, stop NC Central on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, they're finishing their opportunities rather than turning it over, as they force another turnover right there and get the easy layup to cut the lead to 3.
Timeout NC Central, as it's 55-52 now with 10-11 here in the second period, and that's exactly what NC State needed. It's some turnovers, forced turnovers, and now they've got themselves in the game only down 3 right now. And they're finishing the ball and playing great defense. And if you're NC Central, you got to take better care of the ball like you were earlier here in the second half and at the end of the first period. But once again, it's kind of flip-flop like it did in the first half. NC State comes out of timeout. We're about to begin play here after the timeout by NC Central. Looks like Jamal's gonna pass it in to Smith. Smith taking his time. Out to Moore. Back to Smith. Inside. 3 by NC Central, and it's good. 58-52, and that's exactly what they needed. 3 by Niles Moore. Logan bringing up the court to Stanley. Stanley takes about a 3 himself. Instead, he pulls up for 2. 58-54. Wolf Eagles. Collins for 3. And it's good again. And NC State really needs to get out on those shooters so that NC Central does not continue with a three-point play.
Yeah, it's just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And for NC Central, these three-point looks are for the most part wide open. So why would you not keep exploiting that? And like you said, NC State really needs to get out to the perimeter, force NC Central to at least try a cut to the inside that maybe they might have a better chance of stopping.
And that's your problem about playing a zone, is you got to make sure that everybody is guarded. And NC State is still in the 2-3 zone. Out wide to 3 again. Too strong. Rebound Jackson. Jackson has open court for 2. 58-61 NC Central, and the Wolfpack have cut the lead to 3 once again. 8:39 left to play here in the second period. Nick Moore at the top of the key. Passes off to Collins. Smith at the top of the key. Back out to Nick. Down to Jamal. Jamal's jump shot's good. And NC State cannot get a stop here on the defensive end of Jackson, bringing up the ball once again for NC State. Double teamed, back out on Simmons. Simmons thinks about it, instead passes up to Jackson. Jackson's down to Cannon. Good body position by Cannon. Another 2 for NC State, as there has been no defense here in the last few minutes. Smith the ball at the top of the key. Nobody really pressuring him for NC State. Jamal back out to Collins. Collins to Nick Moore. Jump shot by Niles Moore, and it's good. Once again, NC State not getting out there to defend the ball. We're going to have a foul here on NC Central. Substitutions for NC State as Myers coming back in the game. Cannon, Jackson, Stanley, Simmons, and Myers for NC State. As we have a kickball off White. NC State still with possession here. Simmons to inbound under the basket. To the top of the key for Cannon. Cannon to Jackson. Jackson bumped by Flowers, and we're going to have a foul here on NC Central. 6:40 left to the play here in the second period. 65-60 Eagles. NC State with the ball. Myers at the top of the key, down to Simmons. Simmons look for options, back to Stanley. Stanley picks up his dribble. Down to Cannon, Cannon for 3. Too strong, rebound. Number 33 for NC Central, G. G out to Flowers, back to G. Back to Flowers once again. Number 3 for 3, Brandon. Too short, off the front of the rim. Rebound, NC State. Jackson looking to push. Has Stanley at the top. Stanley slips, gains possession. For 2, Stanley at 65-62 Eagles. As once again the Wolfpack have cut the lead to 3. And we're starting to see some defense by NC State.
Yeah, well, I think, a lot of times what people say is the best offense is a good defense, and I think you're seeing that. NC State being able to shut down NC Central for the most part of late here, force turnovers like the one there that's able to open up their own offense.
NC Central still at the back as Flowers has possession. Tries to scoop, and he does. Scoops it right over Cannon. Stanley with the ball once again, guarded by Flowers. Pass out to Myers. Myers might have been out of the bounds there, but no call. Simmons turning around jumper. Too strong. Rebound Flowers. Looks like he traveled right there, and he did. Flowers thought he was fouled, but instead he's going to get called for the travel. Simmons to inbound the ball. Jackson gets it poked from behind him. Myers will inbounds the ball. Looks for Cannon. Cannon thinks about it instead. Flowers was trying to steal. Floated by Cannon, too strong. Rebound, Eagles. Flowers looking to push. Good jump pass, number 33. Cannot get it to go. Rebound Myers, Simmons, Stanley looking to push. Back to Cannon. Cannon cross court to Stanley, to Jackson, excuse me. Jackson with a nice drive right there. 67-64 Eagles, and once again, NC State has cut it to 3. They need to stop here at the defensive end. Flowers looking to slow it down. 3:40 left in the ball game. Back to Flowers at the top of the key. Guarded nicely by Stanley. Cannon now with the guarding. Out to number 33G. Dree looks at Flowers. Too strong. Rebounds. NC State as Myers gains possession. He's fouled by number 10, Joba. Substitutions coming in for both teams as Mack comes in for Cannon for NC State. And then 4 players come back in for the Eagles. Myers to inbound. Back to Stanley. Stanley dribbling up the court. Nice drive here. Fouled. Can't quite get it in, but he'll be shooting free throws once again. Trying to cut this lead down to 1 here.
This is 2 huge free throws here as NC State has, again, tightened up their defense, got their transition game going, and have given themselves a chance to cut it down to a 1-point deficit here late in this second half.
First free throw for Stanley, and it's good. 67-65 Eagles, as Stanley has a chance to cut the lead down to 1. Second free throw on its way, and it's good again. 2 beautiful free throws by Stanley, and now it's 67-66 Eagles. Gonna need some defense on this side of the court. Nick Moore with the ball right now for Central. Passes up to Collins. Slowing it down. Back to Moore. Moore's fouled and 1. Moore with the chance for a 3-point play. 69-66. Eagles with 1:39 left to play. Moore trying to complete the 3-point play here. Free throw is on its way, and it's rolls in there. Stanley now with the ball. If you're NC State, you're going to have to pick up the pace here a little bit. Down 4 with 1:35 left to play. Mack now with the ball. Back out to Stanley. Goes down low to Myers. Myers stripped. Regains possession. Stripped again. Smith with the ball. Looks like he got rejected there. Stanley back with the ball. Goes to Myers. Myers for 3. It's good. 70-69 Eagles with 1 minute left to play here. Now it's Moore with the ball. Back out to Nick Moore. 50 seconds left. Moore guarded by Myers. And it's going to be a foul on Myers here. I'm not sure how many fouls that is to see if they're in the bonus or not. 70-69 here. What does NC State need to do to gain the lead here?
I think just really keep doing what they're doing. Play solid defense and quickly get down the court for scoring opportunities. You know, it was a huge play on the possession before this where NC State was able to force a turnover without having to foul and then come down and hit a 3. So to see if they can do something similar here, and they do.
Mack fouled as NC Central was not in the bonus. And now I think it was a shooting foul. So Mack's going to have a chance to take the lead here. 34.2 seconds left to play here in the second period. 70-69 Eagles. But Mack here with a chance to take the lead. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. First one is up. And it's good. Right. Swish 70-70 now here. Mack with a chance to take the lead here for the Wolfpack. Their first lead in a while. Once again, Mack gives NC State their first lead since the first half in their early minutes. Controversy of the scoreboard as they put 34.6 onto the clock. Collins bringing up the ball here. Down to 30 seconds. Guarded by Myers. Collins passes off to Smith. Smith's got room. Smith guarded nicely by Stanley. Stanley passes to Moore. Nick Moore. Guarded by rebound Stanley. NC Central's got the foul here. Instead they go to Mack. Mack for two. 73-70 NC State with 6.3 left in timeout Eagles. Now they're gonna have to play defense here on after the NC Central timeout here, Andrew.
Yeah, well, again, here you want to again play up on the shooter, play that aggressive perimeter defense, because a 2 does not do NC Central any good here. They're going to be going for the 3 with no shot clock, so you really just want to take away any sort of chance from beyond the arc, force them to take a bad shot.
Now, if there was a little more time on the clock here, NC Central could go for the quick 2, but there's only 6.3 left, so I don't think they have enough time to go for the quick 2 and then foul. Both teams coming out of the timeouts right now. The rest discussing something over here. Not sure what they could be discussing right now.
And Brett, if I'm NC State here, I might even consider fouling to take away any possibility of a chance at a 3. Make them take the shots. So that would also be an interesting strategy for the Wolfpack to adopt here.
That's a very good point there. We'll see if they foul or allow NC Central to go for the 3, and they're not going to foul. Stolen by NC State, and that's going to do it right there. NC State comes back after leading the first half, and they win 73-70 against the NC Central Eagles. And as time went on there, they started to play their game. They limited turnovers, forced turnovers against NC Central, and just started playing good basketball there, Andrew.
Yeah, well, again, they did the things that we kept harping on that they needed to do, which was take away the 3 from NC Central and slow the game down on offense and avoid turnovers to finish their chances. They were able to do just that down the stretch in this game, and that's what allowed them to come back and get a victory here in their season opener.
And that will do it here for us, folks. For PackTV, I'm Bright Galt. He's Andrew Schnicker, and we are bringing you into the pack.